What up, peeps? It's your boy Brian B. Just out here parking lot pimping. You know what I'm saying? I'm bored. I just like to ride a little bit and listen to good music. Jamming to Tell Me by Groove Theory. What y'all know about this? You got to be old to know this. Like, probably in your late 30s to mid 40s. Probably late 40s, to be honest. But anyway, it's good music. You can't deny it, right? But I'm just sitting here thinking, and today is National Coming Out Day, and that's for all LGBT, the community or whatever. And I just look at the world. Well, I won't even say the world. I just say the United States. I just look at what's unfolding in our country. And it's like, well, it seems like there's a spiritual aspect to National Coming Out Day because, regardless if you're LGBT, there's some type of coming out of our country. And we're starting to see things that we didn't think were there. How about that? So I'm thinking about it spiritually. And I was listening to Reverend Barber preach this morning, and he preached about knowing who you belong to, and he came from, I think it was Matthew 22, starting with verse 15, and it's where the Sadducees and the Pharisees questioned Jesus about the coin that belonged to Caesar, which basically was the currency, and he was the emperor of the time, or the ruler. I don't know if I'm, using my right titles in ancient times, but you know what I'm talking about. Go look at the chapter. You'll see for yourself. But anyway, he talked about how Jesus knew the intentions of their hearts because the people were basically trying to trap Jesus, and they asked him, this coin that has Caesar's imprint on it, who does this belong to? Does this belong to, God, or does this belong to Caesar? And they said, well, whose face is on it? That's what Jesus asked them. He said, well, whose face is on it? And they said, well, it's Caesar's face that's on it. And so Jesus, okay, he says, well, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God. So he basically emphasized, you need to know who you belong to. You either belong to the currency of the world or you belong to a real supreme being who has created you as a masterpiece. And you have to know who you belong to. Because a lot of people are getting it twisted all over money because they feel like they're going to make an extra dollar by somebody else's downfall, unfortunately. But people are just so focused on money these days, it's like pathetic. Like, how much money do you need to live, really? And, I know there's a lot of people that are struggling, and I'm not one of those who don't need money either. But at the same time, I'm just seeing how money is really driving our country. And that's a sad state to be in. And, people have been, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of rage in our country. And it's starting to unfold on both sides. And when you look at the rage and you see what people are doing, it doesn't even have to be violent rage. It's just, rage because they want to rebel or they want to be, whatever. And they're really pushing for everybody to, accept what they're putting out here in energy-wise. Not saying anything about your sexuality, nothing like that, but the energy that you're putting out here, is rage. And I think it's a coming out day for the United States because there's so much stuff coming out of the United States, it don't make no sense. But I just thank God because I know who I belong to. I don't belong to a dollar. There's no dollar amount you can put on me, in my mind. And some of y'all know, name your price. But, regardless, there's no dollar amount on a life. And if you know the value of that life, you should feel that way about yourself. If you knew what it took to get you here, if you knew what happened, to project you into this moment in time. We're not here by chance. I know a lot of people try to push that, but you're not here by chance. If it wasn't meant for you to be here, You would have been taken out with a lot of these abortions and all of these, killings of the little kids, throwing them away. You would have been gone then if it wasn't meant for you to be here. But you're here. In spite of all the calamities that we've seen take place in our country in the last 200-300 years. No, longer than that. Probably, Jesus. Yeah, about 600 years. So, if you live and your seeds continue to be in the land after all of this trauma, you're not here by chance. And you don't have to be black to not be here by chance. But you're not here by chance. You're here for a purpose. And you're called to do things here in the earth. And so, I just want to say to everyone, know that it's not you that's making things happen. It's not you, keeping things in control. There's somebody else that's bigger than you and I that controls everything. Even though it may look like the rich people control everything, they don't even control that. They don't even control what they think they can control unless God allows it. And then Reverend Barber talked about how after a certain point of evil, God gets tired. And I do believe he's getting tired. So that's the message for tonight. I didn't want to bring your spirits down, but I hope you all are having a wonderful night. Just chill out, man. Just calm down. That's what we need to do. All this rage and people in their feelings. And I know we got reasons to be upset, but rage is dangerous. Rage will either get you killed or it'll get you in prison. And you have to know, I know we all got some crazy in us, but you got to know how to kind of control your crazy. Because if you don't, you might find yourself behind bars for the rest of your life, or you find yourself dead, or, you're maimed for the rest of your life, all because, you made this decision out of rage. I don't know who this is with these bright lights. God. Okay. I'm sorry. But you got to have control. Self-control is what I'm trying to say. And there was a tea bag that I had today when I was drinking my tea this afternoon. And it says something like, you can't give self-respect. You can't, how did it go? If you don't have self-respect, you can't give respect to nobody else because you don't have it for yourself. And a lot of people are operating in that energy. And they think it's okay, and they think people are just supposed to take it. No, people don't have to take that. So, we just gotta take a introspective look of ourselves and see if we can solve the problem that we see on the outside. So, anyway, I'm just gonna say goodnight. I'm sleepy. Just stay blessed. Just know that you are destined for greatness if you're here and you are among the land of the living. And just know who you belong to. If you know who you belong to, you know that he will never leave you nor forsake you. And if you don't belong to him, then this ain't for you. So sayonara. Holla at your boy. Peace.